mean, they do a good job of what they do. And they hold our backers in our secondary. And when they do get their seams, they make big plays. They take advantage of it. When they do good, they get you to try to shoot gaps. Yeah, we just had to limit the big plays, and that's what we do a good job of that.
What about that delay in the rushing attack makes it difficult for some?
Yeah, I mean, as backers, we want to play fast, shoot gaps, and they wait for you to shoot gaps, and they like overblock you, get you to over the line, and they cut it back, so that's what they do.
Dorian, is there anything you guys feel like you need to do differently moving forward to stop the run game?
Definitely get more inside penetration, definitely. Just penetration in general.
Anything else scheme-wise?
And tackle better, yeah, of course.
In the games, I guess you didn't play against Georgia Tech, did you? But the games where you guys have struggled the most, Alabama, Georgia Tech, today instead. Do you sense a common theme between all of them, or are they all different?
Yeah, like Dorian said, I just think the big plays, man. The big plays really hurt the defense, and you can't give up big plays to deal with a good defense.
Is there any conflict between those, or do you kind of move on when one happens, you move on?
Yeah, you just got to move on, man. The thing that, prevents big plays is just, making tackles and leverage. And I think we did do a really good job of that today.
What's the way they run the ball? It's a little different than conventional teams. How do you practice for that? And what do you see this in practice?
I definitely think our scout team did a good job of it. I mean, their backs really just like walking to it. So it was like the plays that we stopped, would probably be like a gain of 1, but then it was like they break it, it'll probably be 20 yards. So it's just one of those things. You just have to stay consistent.
As the game goes on, how demoralizing does that become when you add that into the fact that they play so much tempo on the field? Maybe not for a while, but you're playing a lot of snaps.
Yeah, when you're down, you want to like make plays. So you start shooting gaps, and you gotta do something, get tackles for loss, because because the tempo on them, you have to have a good first and second down. And if they don't have those, like if you get a stop early, then it kind of messes up their rhythm.
I still feel like guys are bought into what Hank Orders trying to portray the team in terms of scheme, just his message in general.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
I know that was a concern that you had before the season with the guys that were here last year. So do you feel like that everyone is still staying positive and is completely bought in for the rest of the year, or?
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely do 100%.
And you guys are struggling like that. When you come out the field, what's the Orders message to you?
I mean, it's always positive. I mean, it's just like, he lets us know we have to move on, but we have to get it fixed. Whatever it is, it's never like he might be on you for something that you're supposed to do. It's just like any coach, but I mean, it's always about getting it fixed. That's the most important thing.
Individually, Dorian, what made Colburn so effective today? He goes over for 200 yards. Was it just a combination of everything?
Yeah, I mean, he's a good player. Of course, it's just the big plays. I know he had 2 big plays that probably accounted for over half of his yards.
CJ, as a defense, you guys talk about 24-hour rule, but how do you get over games like this where the defense really struggles?
Yeah, man. I think you just you think about it for a little bit, and then you just gotta let it go, man. A really good player just forgets the pass. They use that as a lesson instead of a loss or things like that. So I think just go out, and practice and just keep working.
No hangover from the loss at the game or anything like that?
Nah, man.
You guys are practicing?
No, now we got Clemson next week. You can't do that.
8 games into the season, you're giving up 5 yards to carry, better on the ground. It appears to me it's not so much missed tackles, it's just getting blocked. Is there a physical disadvantage you guys are in?
No, I mean, I feel like we're definitely young on the defensive line. And that's where it all starts in the run game, defensive line, penetration. And I think as time goes on, they'll get better. And I mean, like I said, missed tackles, it might not show up, but every missed tackle, it hurts. It could have been a TFL, but instead, it's probably just a gain of 1. Like, all of those go into account for it.
During with Clemson next week, how worried are you that you guys can be able to get this fixed in 7 days?
Let's get what fixed? Just everything?
Yeah.
It's just a process. New D coordinator, we're learning every week. This is his first time with us against these teams, just like it's ours with him. So it's just like everything is a process.
Has that constant change hurt you guys in the long run?
As far as like just
Well, because if it's every week, it's also every year.
yeah, I mean, this is my, you talking about as far as like getting new D coordinators now? Yeah, I mean, this is my first time getting a new D coordinator, so it's like, it hasn't really had that much of an effect on me.
Do you guys, let's say they scored, I think, the first 3 times down today, what adjustments did you try to make as the game went on to tweak things?
I mean, just, do better things with the plays that was ran. And I think we did a pretty good job on that, but like you said, I just feel like overall we got to make a better adjustment with, just with tempo and things like that. But I feel like, honestly, a lot of people should know that we just have a really young defense, and I think we'll be okay, eventually.
All right.